Hello YouTubers, welcome to another Warmachine Tactics with your buddy Cajun. Today I'm playing a special requested game, Severius. I'll be taking Menoth on the trenches. My list is Grand Scrutator, Severius, a Vanquisher, a Revenger, 2 Exemplar Incinerators, 1 Flame Guard Cleanser, and 10 Temple Flame Guard. Looks like my opponent is the host. I'll be going second, so I'm on the ruin side. And let's see what he's brought to play. Ooh, it's a Cygnar list. And he's got Coleman Stryker, 2 Defenders, a Charger, and 6 Stormblades. That's about as competitive as it gets for Cygnar at the moment. Okay, let's think about what we're going to do here. I'm going to put my heavy front and center. He has range superiority, so I'm going to want to get to his lines. Do I want both sources of fire in the same place? I really want to set his jacks on fire. My incinerators really shine when they're able to bring their melting blades to bear. What melting blades does in Warmachine Tactics is it completely ignores armor. They are weapon masters, so they already do a great deal of damage, and then you combine that with no damage reduction from armor, and you have a really beastly attack. I wish my opponent good luck, and I hope he has fun. I hate to say it, but the strategy is pretty simple. Simple in this particular matchup on this map, and it's run as fast as you can and poke the hell out of the big jacks with your pointy fire sticks. It would be tempting to slowly advance and shield wall with your phalanx and just have like a rolling phalanx come across here, but boost defender shots can kill a Temple Flame Guard shield wall or not, and I want to lose as few people as possible coming into it. I don't think shield wall is going to profit me a great deal in this. If he had a lot of gun mages or trenchers or low damage plethora of attacks, then rolling shield wall is the way you're going to want to go about it. But every shot he's going to be putting into me is so much damage that even the armor buff of shield wall will not save lives. Okay, now he's put snipe on this defender. This guy now has a range of 20 squares. If we just count that out, he can already hit at this line right here. There's nothing to it but to do. It's really get out there, because he can already, AT&T somebody, reach out and touch somebody. Stormblades have got to be one of my favorite units. The Charger being another one. These units are so very good. The real weakness of Cygnar in tactics falls on the Warcaster himself. Coleman Stryker is, he's pretty good, but he's not great. He's your middle of the road caster, and Siege is in pitiful shape at the moment. So the army themselves, epically awesome. Cygnar, the units in the game can go toe to toe with just about anything out there. Great builds, a lot of versatility. But it's the Warcaster that would give the other factions advantage. Severius here, easily one of the best, one of the top 2 casters, top 3 casters in tactics. You can't target him with spells, so I'm not worried about Arcane Bolt or Arcane Blast or Crix Poison Sprays, Venom, Hellfires, the like. I'm not worried about them. They don't touch me. They don't scare me. Divine Might completely shuts down the enemy for a turn. No focus for you. You know, it's such a great ability. Whereas Stryker's ability, he reduces damage they take by 3 for a turn, and he's really tough to kill that turn. But if you just tie everything up, you can weather that storm. Being unable to, and if you still dedicate enough attacks, you can still kill vital targets. It's just going to take you more attacks to do so. But Divine Might goes off, and you know you're stuck looking pretty stupid for a turn, unable to do much. Especially if you've gone Jack heavy. You know, it doesn't affect infantry spam lists as much, unless you're going for that caster kill. The caster's not going to have focus that next turn, so he's not going to be camping. You know, with his defenders, if they roll well in the RNG and they crit, they're still going to pick off 2 of my guys. But I'm going to be on him next turn. He should be in range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He may be out of range, just barely out of range next turn. So I may have to weather the storm longer than initially anticipated. You like to really reach Cygnar lines by turn 2. If Stryker moves up far enough to earthquake my Flame Guard walls, then he is going to put himself in a lot of danger. Next, I am Menoth. Put vision on that little lead guy. He's most likely to be able to get a charge in. Yeah, he can get a charge in next turn. So if I can protect him from being blown to bits, all the better. If my opponent is foolish, he will put those defender rounds into my warjacks. My warjacks are not an immediate threat at the moment. He's better off picking off lead Temple Flame Guard. These guys under the influence 5 Menoth can just do tremendous damage on the charge, and everyone you take off the table is a lot less damage you're going to suffer. Stryker really doesn't have enough focus to fuel the charger properly and commit to these defenders. He's dropped snipe, which was wise. He doesn't need it. I'm close enough. I have to watch the assaults on this flank. These guys are the most devastating charges in the game currently. If they assault you and and both of those hits hit, you're gonna have a bad day. Both of those attacks hit, rather. But they are somewhat slow, so they have a threat range of 8 hitting on the 9th square, whereas I have a threat range of 9 hitting on the 11th square. So really I should dictate who's swinging at who when it comes to infantry. Now, let's talk about Severius in Warmachine Tactics. He is different than his tabletop counterparts. So you're like, well, but why, Cage? Why is he different, and why is he still in the top 3? Once I explain the differences. For one, you'll notice that that guy got lit up. You'll notice he does not have convert. Well, there are no units in this game. Every model is a solo, and with such heavy health system, it would unbalance the game too much to have him the ability to give him the ability to convert. So there's no command checks in the game, so spells and abilities that act like that are going to be changed. So he does not have convert. Okay, so Ashes to Ashes is another thing people are hating on right now. It costs 4 focus, and it does 3 fire damage, and it can hurt up to 6 others. But the 6 others only take 3 fire damage. It's not ignoring armor. So basically, you're gonna put like 1 dinky little damage on up to 6 other guys. You know, it would really be devastating on an infantry unit in tabletop. Barely scratches the armor of Temple Flame Guard. However, with the way the damage system is and the way armor upkeeps and buffs have come down, Eye of Menoth becomes easily the best spell in the game so far. It gives you +1 to attack, so mats and rats, and +1 damage. And with the armor system being the way the armor system is where it's just straight damage reduction of up to 5 or 6 or so. So one of these defenders is probably armor 4, so he'll subtract 4 damage. Well, I've added 1 damage, so really he's only going to be subtracting 3. So that could be huge. It's a lot bigger than it would be in, say, tabletop, where if you gave +1 damage, you still might not get past someone's armor. This you're going to be pretty much guaranteed to get past someone's armor. Okay, so I'm going to cast 2 Immolates from my Arc node once I run it up. And let's just show you how badass this Eye of Menoth really is. I don't see where the other shot went. This guy no longer has vision on him, so yeah, he wasted a shot on him. That was good on me. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to Protector's Rush up on the Stormblade, and because of reach I will engage the defender behind him, and that's a great place to start. Now I only did 3 damage because what I've done is I ran outside of my control area. I need to activate my caster and move up so that my control area is a little further. Although it was a moot point there, because I'm not going to get my control radius up that far. I'm going to lose the ability to immolate, but one thing I can do is I can cast Defender's Ward on my Vanquisher, move him up, and I will put Vision on my Arc node. Protect him. There we go. That's what damage looks like on a Protector's Flame Rush when you're still in the control area for Eye of Menoth. gonna go ahead and run up and engage that defender. This is really tough on Cygnar at times. A lot of people originally worried about Cygnar because scenarios are not introduced yet, and as scenarios are not introduced yet, Cygnar's got no incentive to meet you in the middle. They can kind of hang back and pick off what they can pick off. But with infantry being so meaty as they are, you can really weather all but the most dedicated gun lines and get in it and tie stuff up and just become a real pain in someone's rear. That being said, warcasters have not gotten harder to kill, and if anything are actually easier to kill. So Cygnar has kind of become the assassination run faction. They set their big heavy jacks up to line up shots on your caster, and that gets brutal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt to prevent the jacks from having somewhere to move where they can line up said shot. Oh, that was a brutal scatter. Brutal scatter. I didn't want to hit my own guy with a flamethrower, and I ended up doing much worse. Perhaps it will be incentive not to charge my arc node and get into melee with my arc node with these savage stormblades. Okay, that's expected. He was martyred. I'm not sure how my opponent wanted to spend his focus. He could have given this jack a bit more focus, walked him up to here, and actually attacked both of these Temple Flame Guard. What is he planning to do with this focus? Perhaps this jack can't walk there. Because the sandbags, you can't be on two levels of terrain with these big jacks. Alright, Stormblade died to some free strikes. I expect this guy to charge my Temple Flame Guard here. This is going really well, guys. Really well. He's taking a lot of unnecessary damage. My Temple Flame Guard are just being bosses. I've lost, what, 2 of them? Add 10. Yeah, I have 8 left. So I've lost 2 Temple Flame Guard. But we're round 3 where I had to charge a ranged army, so it's gonna be downhill for him from here. He's likely to get another Temple Flame Guard, so I'll have lost 3 this turn. Possibly 4. Temple Flame Guard are 3 points a pop. So that's 12 points of my 50. Paid for the jacks with my warjack points. So I'm not losing 4 this turn, I'm only going to lose 3. Unless Coleman decides to come out and get his hands dirty. So 9 of 50 points. In exchange, we've killed a Stormblade. He's 5 points. So once this guy dies, the score will be 9 to 5. Warcaster's warjack points are essentially quadrupled of their tabletop value, and warjacks themselves are double the cost of their tabletop value. Okay, Stryker's gonna get his hands dirty. He's only got 3 attacks. My guys are... I thought they were shield wall. 2 attacks left. Oh, he boosted to hit and still missed. Oh, that's just brutal. The RNG hates you, my friend. Alright, there's his feet. Everything's gonna be a little tougher, but we're gonna dedicate our attacks. We're gonna get done what we need to get done. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to charge my own Incinerator to get my caster a little further. I want to get up the field a bit to ensure that my control area covers Stryker and all the relevant pieces, and my Eye of Menoth extends as far as possible. I'm not actually going to do a great deal of damage to the Incinerator, hopefully. Damage, he can take it. Don't be a wuss. Before I blow my own guy up with a terrible scatter, I'm gonna go ahead and combine melee attack on Stryker. Anyone get to there? Nobody can get to there. Well, he's gonna do no damage unless he crits. No crit. Okay. Yeah, with that feat up, you're not gonna get a lot done, but the feat's not gonna protect him in his turn anymore. So free strikes will still be a very real threat. And I can still do some damage to these Stormblades. If I was able to hit. Now heavy jacks with boosted attacks, they can still do damage. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to set Stryker's butt on fire. Well, that missed. It's alright, we're prepared for this. Religious fanatics don't care. What I'm doing there, and why I chose that position there, is I want to force free strikes on the defender. If the defender was to mosey on over here after the Stormblades get out of his way to attack these Temple Flame Guard, it's free strike. If he wants to actually engage this Temple Flame Guard, he's going to move out of the range of this one, so that's a free strike. So really what we're trying to do is, you know, make him pick his battles. He's either going to stay there and fight the one guy that we fed him as sacrificial bait, or we're going to free strike him. And free strikes hurt. They ain't playing. incinerated, so they'll start their turn off and fire. That's the problem with tactics right now, and I really hope they fix that. What happened there is, this is the only jack that the shield is on the first attack button. So while I thought I was swinging with the halberd, I was really charging with the shield, which does nothing good. It's the only jack like that. Everything else, the main weapon that you're going to want to attack with is on the left here. I'm going to have to ask the devs to fix that, because that's annoying. You hear the kid crying in the background, that is my son who just woke up. I'll have to deal with that in just a second. So you can still do damage through the feet if you just dedicate some attacks to it. Alright, now the fire's kicking in. Be right back. I have to go make a bottle. I'm gonna mute the microphone so you guys don't hear the crying. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Thank you for your patience. Let's see. We got no focus to spend this turn. So, one attack from each defender. See what I mean? Free strikes. They're serious business. The thing about this is he's cleared himself up some space, but he took way too much damage doing it, and next turn I'm going to re-engage him and it's going to hurt him as I get more charge bonuses. Ah, forgive the camera there. Sorry, I had to attend some business. Ah, good swing, little dude. Too little, too late, but good swing. This is a much better game than the previous Severius game I recorded for you guys, which will probably never see the light of day. I have to assume my opponent was just learning the game, but it was Asphyxious with like 6 Slayers and 1 Mechanothrall, and it was over pretty quick. I think that video was like 10 minutes long. Nobody's gonna attack the Vanquisher. No Defender's award. Defender's Ward required. Instead, we're going to immolate something. Okay, now I moved that Temple Flame Guard in such a way that I will be able to get my incinerators into the action. There's currently a bug where power attacks are costing too much focus, which is why a 3 focus Revenger there ran out of focus after headbutting and boosting to attack. But it's okay. Win, Mad. We're gonna win. That's real man damage right there. Immolator vision on myself. You know what? We're gonna cast vision on myself. We don't really need Eye of Menoth right now, and I can recast Eye of Menoth next turn. Stryker's got to be feeling a little beat up. He did not save enough focus for Earthquake, so he will not be knocking down the Vanquisher. With vision up, I feel confident Severius is not going to get assassinated right here. What do you think in the comments section, guys? Do you think there's a way to salvage this game for Cygnar? Is there a way to come back from this? I think the game's over. I think Stryker doesn't know he's dead yet. But if I'm missing some grand strategy that maybe my opponent will be missing too, of how to salvage these remaining units, what would it be? Essentially, you gotta take some free strikes, in my opinion, with the defenders and try to line up shots on Severius. But you would need all 3 of your jacks to combine fire on him for a turn. 1 to waste the shot for vision. 2 defender shots can drop him if they're boosted. I mean, he only has 16 health and low armor, you know, low for Warcaster defense. So taking him out with bullets is not a problem. The problem is, are you gonna be able to line up shots with the deployment of my troops and where they're at? You know, the free strikes you take. I don't think I would have enough free strikes to kill this guy, but perhaps. These guys are weapon masters, they're no jokes. Give them 2 free strikes, they're liable to take 14 health off you. I don't know what this Temple Flame Guard would do, probably another 3 to 7. I absolutely have to kill Stryker. If Stryker is able to suffer his free strikes and survive and pull back, then I've lost enough in this that he can attrition me down. I mean, I haven't really put a whole lot of damage on the jacks yet. I mean, this guy's lit up, but I have nothing in the area to deal with it next turn, so that's a moot point. Really, my whole army's kind of gone now, so it's really me on the caster kill. Okay, first things first. Let's try to finish Stryker. Remember to pick the halberd this time. Now, I have a 74% chance to win the game right here. The minimum damage I'm going to do is 5. Well, with his armor subtraction, he could subtract 2 or 3 of it. So 30% chance to crit. I'm gonna kill him with this swing. Yeah. GG to my opponent. I hope you guys enjoyed watching Severius. And to see my next faction or caster, just go ahead and comment what you would like to see, and I will accommodate you. Alright guys, thank you for watching.